our genes are all the same, I think 99.9%. The bacteria in our body are quite different. You told us 90% are different between yourself and myself. Why is this the case?
That's a very good question. What we think is that we are getting our microbes from our family members, predominantly the mother. And we have been doing that for millions of years of evolution. So basically we have a vertical transmission of our microbes in relative isolation in history. That explains that your microbiota is different from my microbiota, but your family members are more similar.
Now, these microbiota, are they associated with some disease, or are they causing disease, or are they the outcome of a disease?
Yeah, it's not known yet in many cases whether there is a cause or a consequence of the microbiome. That's actually what we like to figure out. But there have been some progress made in human, because we have to talk about human diseases and human microbiome, that the microbiota is indeed a factor of importance, and we can cure people by changing their microbiome.
Can we cure obesity?
I think we are capable of changing type 2 diabetes, metabolic syndrome, and we have shown that also with metabolic transplantation. However, it's the early stages. We have shown that, I reported that, we analyzed it in detail, and we're going on with it. So it's early days, but I think there's potential there.
One last question about babies. You told us about crying babies, the colicky babies, which are a disaster for the parents during the first few weeks. Does it also have to do with different microbiota?
It's an interesting point. It's terrible, these crying babies. Not so much for the baby, because apparently they recover later on. You don't see any signs, but for the parents it's terrible. We think, and we followed these crying babies for 100 days, 3 months of life, and taking fecal samples from them all the time. And we found there were signatures in the crying babies that we didn't find in the healthy babies when they were developed, which were indicative of low-grade inflammation, suggesting that there is some causal effect there. But it also gives us possible therapies to treat that and to prevent that. And that kind of experiments are ongoing. And I think it's very important to do that, because it will improve the quality of life of the family members. And there is even indications that these colic babies may be not so healthy later on. But that requires more research of long-term follow-up.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.